Hi again. My name is Rebel and I'm the Rebel Reseller. And today I'm going to be doing a short haul because I have stuff that we picked up at the bins and at an estate sale. We went to an estate sale Thursday, right? First day, because there was a sewing room. And we've talked about this before. We bought Janiyah for Christmas a sewing machine. We ended up buying a Burnett.
I wanted to check out a pair of pants at the local hunting store in Johnson City and saw, hey, there's a sewing place next door. And we went over there and they had the Burnett, which the lady described as Bernina's little sister. And it was really nice.
And they were so nice. And
she gets a free class. Well, since we bought the machine there, they're going to give her a free class on how to use the machine, which is really nice for her, having never sewed before. So it's going to be, I think she's going to really enjoy it. I think she sort of has an idea that it's coming. She's pretty excited.
Yes. So that was the purpose of going to that estate sale. It ended up being very expensive for the sewing stuff. And we bought a couple, some needles for a sewing machine and just some little things, but not really anything. But I did find Christmas ornaments and they were 50 cents each and they're all vintage. So I'm going to show you, some of these. Unfortunately, I had them in the bottom of a blue bag. It's like, I want to say 15 or 16 of them. And in the truck, I went to move all the blue bags because we were cleaning it yesterday and I flung the bag thinking it was empty. And I broke at least one, if not two of them. So that's disappointing. But let me show you a few of them and then I'm going to show you the stuff that we picked up at the bins, which the bins, I was so disappointed. Only because the whole time we were there, what, maybe 3 hours?
Yeah,
maybe 2 to 3 hours. I walked around with 3 plush in my bag forever.
Now the bins is, the right half is hard goods, books, shoes, clothes.
Everything. Yeah.
And, no.
Say that again.
Let me try that again, y'all. Books, shoes, and glass, and toys and plush.
It's just all mixed in together.
All the other stuff. The other half of the store is just clothes. No shoes or anything over there.
And we bought clothes mostly, but I'm serious. The whole time there, 3 plush in my cart. Until the last, we decided to stay one more round. And I got in front of a bin that had at least some loveys. So I'll show you them. And then Robert found probably the best find of the whole time there in one of the other bins. But we ended up with like maybe 2/3 of a bag of IKEA bag full of stuff.
The problem was they kept rotating clothes. They never rotated. We first got there, they rotated something like a couple tables.
Like 4 in the back.
And we didn't.
And it was terrible.
It was terrible. And then they just rotated all the clothes. And like Rebel said, towards the end, they rotated 4, 5, 6 of the hard goods bins, and then they went back to the clothes.
Yep. They just must be overwhelmed with clothes. And it was Saturday. The vibes there were different. The t-shirt bros were rude. I've never encountered such a group of rude young men. I'm sorry. They were rude. They were taking stuff when the workers weren't looking.
Before we
were supposed to be touching the carts and just being blatant.
And I was fixing to have words.
One of them got all over Janiyah. She was like in a already bin that you can be sorting. He got like right up on her, just kind of being rude, trying to make her scooch over. This one's an answering machine. But they had just lots of stuff. So I've, this, like a little snowman with a thimble. Gotta make sure you guys can see them. I'm going to take all these things off. I just loved it. No clue. I paid 50 cents each. I got 2 of these and I realized there's an on-off switch. So I'm going to have to try to figure that out. Don't know how I'm going to get into them. But, I'm hoping at least, bread and butter on all of these. Now, I've got, I think, 2, well, no. I've got 4 of these, like, ones that have to plug into the lights. I don't think I have any to test them. So I'm just going to list these as untested. But I've got this one. Again, I'm hoping these are like $10, $15. This one I love. I don't think... Oh, I think something's missing there. Don't know. I'll have to look and see if there's others. But that's sad. These other two, just very sweet. All of these are vintage. I love this one. I hope it works. Oh, maybe, yeah, it's got little batteries. Surely this is maybe the star of all of them. We'll see when I get sorting them. I liked this one. It is the moon is flocked. That face just looks really anime to me. Don't know. And then, unfortunately, I think these are the ones. I was going to put them in a lot anyway, but I found some vintage precious moments, little ornaments, and then 2 loose pieces in the bottom of the bag. I can tell this one went on top of the candle. And then this itty bitty mouse, don't know where it would have went. But it definitely has that precious moments colors. So, don't know. That was sad. Oh, and then one of these. It's signed. It's Hallmark Katrina Bricker. But look again. Oh, she obviously was just crafty person because there was a lot of needles for like crocheting and stuff also.
So you're saying she's crafty?
Yes, she was crafty.
I had to say that for some music.
Oh.
Anyway, we have to go back. You said she was a sewer.
Yes.
That's like, well, that's a word. I've heard that. And I got, so what do people that sew, what are they called? They call it tailor. They call it sewer. Then I realize as I'm typing that in that sewer is also sewer, which is what Google tried to bring up. And let me grab my phone here. Some options. Because I was just curious. And somebody actually asked that in Reddit, said, what do you call yourself? But some of the options that AI says are seamstress or seamster if you're a guy, tailor, stitcher, maker, or the newer term sewist.
Sewist.
Somebody in Reddit said that seemed pretentious. Some still use the traditional sewer, which, as we said, is sewer. So you like, well, what are you? I'm a sewer. I mean, that's when you're saying it, it's fine, but when you're typing it on the internet, you might want to go with something different than.
And to
sewer.
me, like seamstress is somebody that like repairs clothes. You know, the local seamstress tailor type of person. I don't know. Not me, because I am not. I learned since I started this channel how to do that ladder stitch to do small repairs on plush, and that's the extent of my skills. Let me show you the 3 that I carried around initially. And I mean, he looks very intriguing. It is Determined Products, which a lot of times that's like the vintage Snoopy peanut stuff. I'm trying to think who else was Determined Products. Can't remember, but he just kind of looks like maybe he is some kind of character. I just do not know. He's going to need a bath.
I mean, looking at him straight on, he looks like he might not be the most friendly of rabbits. Like there's some sort of not quite Donnie Darko vibe going on there, but not quite.
And I just noticed he's got a hole in his foot.
Not quite friendly rabbit either.
Yeah. So in my mind, if he's not worth, more than $10, I probably will just donate him because
the tear.
The tear, the wear. I grabbed him. I'm all about the Kohl's Care stuff. He's got like a hard tube thing in his neck. I don't know if I've had him before, and so I'm going to be interested to see what series, what author he is. And then this. I mean, this was the 3 the entire time we were there. Nothing grand, I don't think. This one is Animal Alley. It has the long tag that makes you think of IKEA. Toys R Us, 2017. Probably still only going to be bread and butter.
Before we jump into the rest of it, let's talk December.
December.
We had a really good November. It was actually a little up over last year's November, we had a good year last year. And this year, of course, was down, except for November. And then today was we didn't have a lot yesterday, but today was the end of the run for December. For Chris, it was no sales in the clothing store, and what, three on eBay and 2 on Etsy for Rebel. So it was the end of the run for December.
But I did ship late yesterday, like 2 to 3 o'clock, somewhere in there.
That's true.
Finished up my last of like 4 more packages.
So there would have been more this morning if we hadn't shipped.
Late.
Been waiting for the mail carrier.
But yeah, it was slow. I've looked this morning and compared this December to last December, and I thought, I've done pretty well for the first 2 weeks. I'm down 38% net from last year. Net.
Just for
December. But the whole year we're down still anyway.
This year we are down 16.5% gross and 15.5% net compared to last year. So December's been an even bigger fall off for us. But November was good this year, which is nice.
Yeah, but usually, historically, I do well in January. So we'll see how this whole promoted listing thing pans out for January for me. All right, let me show you just some of the stuff I picked up in the last round of the bins. Oh, I thought this was cute. It is Scentsy. I think I've got another character plush that's Disney or small. I think maybe it's a small one. I may just go ahead and put the 2 of them together. I'm hoping, $12, $15. Not, the fact that it has its paper tag, it was its saving grace. Cute little baby, Aurora Ebba. Plush, it's probably going to be bread and butter, lower end. Loved this. It is Russ Yomika Classics. Her name is Jade. Y'all, this is why I like picking up Russ. I sold a hippo. I think I've showed it in my what sold. Maybe it's going to be in the ones from this week. But, I pick up a lot of Russ, and this particular hippo was purple. And I know I have found the pink ones quite often, but I hadn't found the purple one. And I got the sweetest message this morning from a mama who has been looking for it and had purchased it for her 20-year-old daughter. And she sent me pictures side by side of the 2 plush. And, she was just so appreciative and, just thankful that somebody takes the time to list these older plush. So, it was just sweet. It was super sweet. All right, here's one of the loveys. Probably, it seems to me like Swiggles. Nope, Gentle Steps. To me, it seems like probably like maybe the dollar store or something, but I still pick them up. Yeah, all of this pink was in the one bin I was digging through. This one has the raised dots. I don't know. Could be Blankets Beyond, could be Carter's. I'm not quite remembering. Probably bread and butter. Here was another one. Somebody had donated, I guess, all of theirs. This one's Walmart. Originally $3.98. I'll probably peel that off. It's, it's got the stuff there. It is MTY International. Probably lower end of bread and butter. I'll tell you, all of these were together. This one is Parents' Choice. Sometimes the older ones do really well. And I don't know, this one is in such nice condition. It's probably newer. Bread and butter. And then Robert grabbed this. Look how sweet. Definitely vintage. Has wires in the front leg. Did not see any tags. Gonna be carnival style. It should fit, maybe, hopefully, 16 inches, and it ain't bending. So am I gonna do a 16, 12, 8 box on this? So that's gonna raise the price some. It's 16, I measured.
It'll probably fit in the 13, 13, 10.
You think? He says.
It's a geometry class.
Geometry. All right. I've picked these up so many times. Look, it's got a cute little veil thing on it. It is baby gunned. I think his name is Spunky. Somebody's cut off the tag. Gonna need a bath. Some of these do really well. I don't remember until I start doing my research. But if nothing else, hopefully $10 to $15.
Here you go.
Oh, it did fit. This is Zombots. Just intrigued me. So I went ahead. I think Robert found it. I just decided to keep it. Probably going to be bread and butter. For some reason, I've got something else that's Zombots, or I've sold something recently that was Zombots. Baby elephant. It is Animal Adventure 2019. Just thought it was interesting. Bread and butter. I'm still all about the bread and butter. All right, and then I found a bunch of these. Look, I found a couple, and then Robert brought me, wait, not this one. Not this one. But hand puppet. Nice condition. I don't think this one had the tag. But the rest, I bought a bunch of hand puppets. The rest of these are all the same brand. So the decision is, do I make a lot of 4, or am I going to list them separately? I'm going to do some research, see which way it works. But me personally, I'm thinking a lot and just raise the price. But this is Lakeshore Learning. That's an expensive education brand. So this was probably geared towards a preschool class. Maybe their books. Do not know. But I've got this one. And this one looks like it's anybody pulling this together as a specific book. Not me. And then her. She's going to need a bath. But, so the 4 of these, all from Lakeshore. Oops. Then, I love finding this brown. Most of them are bread and butter, but I have sold some that were a little bit better. This is Afmau. I'll just Google Lens. It'll tell me the name. But I think usually, this one's 2025, so recent. Yeah, it's going to be bread and butter, more than likely. I've got a lot going, so if this is, I may just add it to the other lot that I've got. I picked up, I think at a yard sale somewhere. I bought 3 of them. Oh, I think when we went up through Kentucky on our way to Missouri the last time, we found like a long highway sale, and I picked up 3 of them. So I may add this one to it. But the find of the day. Look how cute. Jellycat in really nice condition. I think he's called like a winter elf, maybe something. There were differing prices. I saw some solds for $90. Maybe it's this one. Maybe it's a larger version. And then I saw some that were like $30s to $40s. So I've got to figure that one out. We literally just got these out of the truck yesterday, so I haven't had a chance to really look them over yet. But loved that we found a Jellycat at the bins. All right, hope you guys enjoyed this. I've got to make 2 more what sold videos before we go on our trip, and then we're leaving Saturday morning. So I'm really excited to end out this year, and come back refreshed for the next year.
I'm excited.
I'm excited. Gonna be a good year. It's the year of the horse. I've been reading up on that. I'm from Hawaii. We always used to read up on all of that stuff. So supposedly it's supposed to be like invigorating and new starts and stuff like that. So we'll see.
That's
He's
a bunch
giving
of
me
horse
the
pucky.
look. All right, y'all.
Y'all can do that yourself any year you want. It doesn't have to be the year of the horse or the toad or whatever. You can do it whenever you want.
Right. Bye. Get to work.